look fine. And I wanna make her mine. Singing do I diddy diddy dum diddy doo. Diddy dee?
Diddy do.
Hold on. You know what's funny is those songs like that. It's like those people that are like, you don't know the lyrics. Like, what's the one from Greece? Ramalama Ding Dong.
Yeah.
How does it go?
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, no. Ramalama. Ramalama lama ding and ding and ding.
Yeah.
We're about together like shoo-wappa wada wada dip a dip a dip. Chang 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 and chang sabop. Anyways, this is not what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about Brandon's larva.
Oh, jeez. Gross when you put it that way.
The
Pupus. Pupae.
The cocoon of his pupae, which is his baby. That's actually weird to think of, that your wife's belly is a cocoon now for a human being.
Yeah, you know, we say, we only go through two, right? They say zygote, which is like tiny.
Yeah.
And then foetus.
I thought there was another one.
Is it? No, it's just the two, isn't there?
Yeah, it's called like Martian or something like that.
Martian?
Yeah, I can't think of it. I'm going to look it up here.
Maybe it's zygote, foetus, and fetus. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe that's how you
How would you Google search this?
Stages of development.
Oh, stages of
zygotes.
Zygote.
Fetus. Foetus.
Do you think there's ever been a parent that rubs his wife's belly and goes, who's my little zygote? You are.
Yep.
Little zygy. Okay, so hold on. So, stages of development of the fetus. Here we go. You guys are going to learn something today. It's gonna, test your not. I don't want that. I don't like when you go to these websites here and it's just advertisement after advertisement. A baby goes through several stages of development. Oh, here we go. Okay. Fertilization. Development of the blastocysts.
Ah, yes, of course.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Okay, between 5 to 8 days after fertilization, the blastocyst attaches to the lining of the uterus.
Oh, that's where the sperm and the egg come together.
And it's called a blastocyst?
I think that's what that forms that, and then it embeds.
It's called implantation.
Implants.
Yes, and implants is completed by day 9 or 10. So your son is not a blastocyst. Your daughter, whatever it is. You wanted to keep the gender a secret to everyone, including yourselves.
A secret.
You're not a blastocyst. The next stage of development is the embryo, which develops in the amniotic sac.
Yes.
It literally sounds like you're learning anatomy of like an alien sometimes when you look at this stuff.
But you know what? We all were there at some point.
What stage is your wife at? How many weeks? As of right now?
Like 13.
No, not an embryo. Development of the fetus and placenta. By 12 weeks of pregnancy, the fetus fills the entire uterus. So as of right now, there is not an empty space in that uterus. He has taken full
At how many weeks?
advantage of the space.
At how many weeks?
12.
Are you serious?
By 12 weeks of pregnancy, the fetus fills the entire uterus. By about 14 weeks, the sex can be identified. By 16 to 20 weeks, typically the pregnant woman can feel the fetus moving. Women who have been pregnant before typically feel movements about 2 weeks earlier than women who are pregnant for the first time. By about 24 weeks, the fetus has a chance of survival outside the uterus.
Like early birth and stuff.
It's 40 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's 24 weeks?
Yeah, that's like preemie. That's where you go in the NICU and stuff.
Is that like 7 months? I don't know. I can't do math. Don't ask me to. That's 6 months.
That's like,
wow.
I mean, that's not a good situation, but.
How big is a 6-month baby?
Those are like, when you hear the stories, they're like the little 1.5 pounders. Like
I don't know.
Tiny.
I heard a story of like a baby that was like, could fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
That survived. Like that. One of my friends said, there's a picture, the famous picture in like a science magazine where he fit in the palm of his dad's hand.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Like, stick out, everybody, if you're listening, stick out your hand. Picture a human being fitting right in that palm right there. That's insane. There's no way that thing could live.
It can.
That's impressive. Wow. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
That's the Lord's doing.
Yes.
Thank you, God. So your baby is indeed a fetus now.
Wait, so is there no... Was I wrong on this? Was there no zygote?
No, there's a zygote.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a zygote.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Oh, that's later?
No, the zygote is the beginning. It's when...
I was going to say, I thought that was like early.
I don't even have to look it up. I know this. I'm going to put that down. The zygote is when you have the entity, the blastocyst. When you have like essentially a head and I almost said a thorax, torso. When you have a separate head and torso.
A head, a thorax, the abdomen, 6 legs. Wait, that's insects.
The head and thorax. There's something funny to me about like when it comes to human beings using terms that are the same as insects. Like, oh man, my thorax really hurts right now. You mean your torso?
Yeah.
Yeah, my thorax.
It hurts really bad. What do we have a thorax?
Technically,
I don't know if we do.
Technically, our body can be divided into 3. The central part of our body can be divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Wait, the abs are at the bottom of our torso.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were in relation to insects, then the chest part would technically be the abdomen, and then the gut part would be the thorax.
No, doesn't it go head, thorax, abdomen?
I thought it was head, abdomen, thorax.
All right, now we gotta look up another thing.
Oh, gotta look up insects.
We're looking really bad in front of all these zoologists.
Listen, hold on. This will be worth it because then the more terms we know for insects, the funnier it'll be when we talk about your baby to your wife. So how's she doing? How's the baby?
So far, so good. Things are great.
Give us all the deets.
Yep. No, everything's going well.
Your wife did find out something medically that her eardrums
are perfect. Textbook perfect.
They are textbook, as we found out. All right, so hold on. Anatomy of an ant. Sounds like a movie title. Ah, yes. So it is head, thorax, abdomen.
That's what I thought.
So this is bad. If you're a guy, the next time you're, getting down with your wife, and you do a little dirty talk or something, just be like, ooh, do you want me to take your bra from your thorax? Because that is that section. That is a thorax.
That is a thorax.
Our lips would be our mandibles. Our ears would be our antennae. Our eyes would be known as compound eyes. Compound.
Yes.
Ooh, can you name the gas store?
As I'm guessing, stomach.
Nope, it's your butthole.
Oh. So yeah, anyway, back to your question. Things are going really well so far. Everything's super normal, super healthy. Yeah. Looking at kid number 3 here in June. So last kid as far as we plan.
Kid number 3. Now, here's a loaded question, but boy or girl, which one do you want?
I just want a healthy child, kid.
Don't do that pretentious thing where you give the same answer that everybody does, boy or girl.
I don't know. Having 2 boys already, I know what to expect with a boy.
Mm-hmm. 2 cubs, 2 bulls, as it were.
I guess, sure.
Need a heifer now.
Runs with bulls.
That's the name of the new child.
Runs with bulls. Actually, I really like the name Blastospore. Sounds like a good biblical name.
Do you think there's anybody out there that named their child after Pokemon? Pikachu? Blastoise.
I had a really good name the other day. It was so funny.
Caesar.
Caesar. That's not how you pronounce it.
That's how I pronounce it. I think it's funny.
I think it's Caesar.
It's Sizer. And then Scyther. That's a question. What would be the worst Pokemon name? Arcanine? Jigglypuff?
Ninetales. What?
Jigglypuff, probably.
Jigglypuff. Clefairy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You found it. Worst one.
Oh, we were just talking about how, It's funny how like names get popular. I just think it's really weird when you hear a name of somebody else and you go, I want my child named that. Wouldn't you want the opposite? Wouldn't you want like, no, I don't want my child to have the name of anybody else, or you want it to be as unique as possible? While at the same time, you also want it to be easily recognizable and pronounceable and spellable.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird balance, right? So I remember when I was a kid, like the popular names were like Jessica, Samantha. We had like
Brandon.
I was one of very few Brandons. That was kind of nice.
I don't know. There were a lot of Brandons when I grew up.
It's weird.
Jennifer is always a popular name. Always.
Yeah, that never retired.
I have never met a little girl in the modern day named Jen. Though. I haven't. Have you? That's going to be like one of those like Martha.
Earl.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games when your kids grow up. That's an old person name. Is Jennifer.
Gertrude.
No, or Jordan.
Jordan.
I haven't met.
I think I know a young Jordan.
You met a young Jordan?
I think so. Yeah, think about it now. Names are hard.
Yeah, I know that one of the popular ones right now is Arya.
Yeah. Couple ways to pronounce that too, just like Eva or Ava.
Mm-hmm. Arya is very popular because of Game of Thrones, but I know that it's also a very pretty name. Hello, Arya. I've always wanted a son named Link. Because of Link from not only Zelda, but Link from Good Mythical Morning. I was like Rhett and Link. I like them a lot. And those are cool names, Rhett and Link. I actually like them.
You know, it'd be really funny to actually name your boy Zelda and just really make people mad.
No, you'd make the boy mad.
Yeah, everybody would be mad.
I do know Robin Williams named his daughter Zelda after Zelda.
Was it actually? I mean,
he named her after Zelda.
Do you know any other Zelda besides? Well, I guess those two.
Zelda, besides Zelda Williams. No. Well, I mean, Zelda was named after what's the singer's name? Zelda. There's a singer like in the doo-wop era. There's a singer named Zelda something.
I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Anyways, no, Robin Williams, and his wife, when he would go out and do movies and travel the world, his wife would stay at home. He bought her a Nintendo Entertainment System and him one to take on the road, and they would play Zelda together, and then they would call each other over the phone and talk about like what they found and stuff like that and all this cool stuff. He did it so like they can feel like they're still doing something together. And since then, he's played every Zelda game. Majora's Mask, he actually he is a producer, the executive producer of that game. He gave them
that sounds really familiar.
He gave him like $13 million. He loved Ocarina of Time so much. He said, here's $13 million. I want you to make another one. And Majora's Mask is made.
Wow.
That's why he was in the advertisement when they re-released Majora's Mask on the 3DS. He and his daughter Zelda were in the ads for it.
I got to look this up. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I can't fully recall that.
But I mean,
that's
like,
cool.
But stuff like that, like he named his daughter Zelda, like after something he loves. But to people that are fans, like they immediately get it. To people that aren't, like think it's a really unique name.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Link to me. Like I would probably name him Lincoln after Abraham Lincoln.
And then say Link.
Yeah, I think I would do that only because that implies a ton of things.
Yeah.
So that's my mom's favorite president. It's Abraham Lincoln. I don't know why. We have a painting of Abraham Lincoln on our wall.
Yeah.
It's my parents love
painting, not a stitching?
No, it was actually a drawing that my brother did and in art class. And when I did my project for the same thing, I drew a picture of me and our family. And that's not on the wall. No.
Where is it?
Where and I got an A+ on it. It was phenomenal. My brother got a B-. But guess which one's on the wall?
Old Abe.
Old Abe.
Well, at least it's an honest picture.
It's fun. That's pretty good. Anyways. So, I mean, some names you're thinking.
Oh, we're not sharing any of those.
No, I'm not asking you for give me the ones you rejected or anything. Just some names you tossed up that you like.
Why? I mean, it's hard to say.
Maybe just give me some names you like. We're not gonna know.
I don't know. Like I said, names are hard. It's weird to because when you think of names, most of the time it's not your decision when a name is involved with a person. Most of the time, right? Because you normally meet people and they have a name. The only time the name is your decision is when you have a kid or if you legally change your name. Yeah. So most of the time, names are read only, as in I don't get to choose what your name is. I meet you and that is your name. So when I see you, You're Ken. You're Kenneth. Whatever. To say you like a name or not is weird because a name is always associated with a person. But at the same time, there are names that people
You like names. There are
you
names
like.
I don't like.
It's just like
Names I
what?
don't-
What name don't you like?
Well, I don't want to say it because somebody listening is gonna have that name.
Hey, that's my name.
I don't like Becky. Anyone not named Becky? You dumb. See, I don't want to do that. No, a name that I don't like. I never liked the name, like the standard ones, like Bob
Well, okay. No
Bob.
one's ever named just Bob,
or Robert.
which I think is weird too. Like if you pick someone's name,
Yeah.
knowing that you're never going to call them that name, right? I'm going to name you Robert, but I'll never call you that. You're Bob. So name him Bob, right? Why is that
Name him
so
Bob.
crazy?
My one of my ex-girlfriend's dad's name was Billy. That was his legal name, was Billy.
It was just Billy.
Not Bill,
Yeah, see,
it's
that's
Billy. My brother's name is John. Not Jonathan. It's John.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Hold on.
What are you going to
This whole
say?
names for short thing.
What are you going to say right now?
You know when they say like my name's William, Billy for short. You never hear anything like my name's Willie, but Billy for short. Right? Like the whole for short things.
You are correct. You never hear anyone say that. You're right.
No, I mean like
Your nickname would be Bran.
Brand.
What's up, Bran?
You know, we actually have a joke about Perry
P-Dog?
because he is actually named the short version of his name.
Peregrine?
Peregrine is the actual full name. So,
Yeah.
like, I'll joke sometimes. I'm like, yeah, his name's Perry, but Peregrine for long. Which is true. I mean, it is the actual full name.
Well, that's why I'll call him Peregrine Took. But
Right.
you don't know what that's from.
No, I've heard it, but I don't know what it is.
Lord of the Rings. One of the Hobbits.
Is that a TV show?
Oh, Brandon. Oh, Bran.
Bran. It sounds familiar. Tell me if this ring.
That's like your favorite name is Pam Graham.
Pam Graham.
Pam Graham.
Yam Graham?
Last year I saw a yam on the counter and I just picked up and I went, "Hello, Yam Graham," and it made Brandon and Joy just like.
We
I don't think I've ever made you guys laugh that
that
much.
was really funny.
Mostly Joy. I've never seen her laugh because
No.
because Brandon has this thing that my mom loves. Her name's Pam, and he'll go up to her and be like, "Pam Graham," and she loves it, and it's like become their thing.
I felt bad I couldn't do it today because my voice just wouldn't have it, but I did say Pam
I bet
Graham.
she missed it.
I said Pam Graham.
That would actually be funny next time. Like literally, like sneak up behind her, go behind her ear, and just go, "Pam Graham."
You know what? I should bring a yam next week
Stop.
and give it to her. I say,
Ham
here's a
Graham.
yam, Pam Graham.
Ham Graham.
Ham Graham.
Ham Graham.
You like lamb, Pam Graham?
You like lamb ham Graham?
It sounds like the next Dr. Seuss book. Like instead of like green eggs and Pam.
Were you in the war? Nam Graham?
I was not. I will not.
Pardon me, ma'am Graham. Yeah. Well, so now you're hoping that you have a daughter.
You know, that's
You're
the general,
refusing to say it.
That's the general idea. Is
You're
that-
refusing to say it, but I'm gonna say it for you because I know. You and your wife, you're trying to be real cool.
We want a little Juanita.
You're trying to be okay with anything. Can you please, if you have a child, your next child, give it like a traditional Mexican name?
My name is Juanita de Jesus Martinez.
What?
Like that.
Very happy for you and your paramour. And I can't wait for the little concoction you guys made.
Nino or Nina to a
Yes.
wrath.
The little concoction. You know, I think I already told you this. Anytime somebody tells me the due date, all I can think of is I do the math and figure out, oh, what's 9 months before that? And then I think of the conception date. I go, wait, so it's around September, right? And then every time I do that, the person always goes, yeah, that's creepy.
Please don't.
Don't do that math.
Awkward.
Because it's funny too. Because those are the couples that have sex once a month. So then you can name September 13th, right? 8:00 in your grandma's basement, right?
Oh, jeez. Facing north. Due north, slightly east.
Slightly east.
How I Met Your Mother, right?
What?
How you conceive a girl or whatever. Marshall's dad.
What?
Do you remember? What was it? He was telling Marshall. He's like,
oh yeah.
You need to be this direction. And
avoid lemons.
Avoid lemons.
They're baby girl fertilizer. He called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
Oh, it's great.
Well, anyways. All right. Well, thank you guys. Brandon, Spiel.
I will pre-record this at some point. You can find us on iTunes and Google Play.
Do a song.
Yeah.
All right, do it again. Do it again. But we'll do it in your native accent.
No, we already.
Good.
Please don't.
I'm going to.
No, that's super racist.
Go ahead.
No.
You're Mexican.
And that doesn't make it okay. That makes it worse. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play. If you want to contribute to us, we definitely like the money. You can go to Patreon. And you can find us on all the other social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I believe other places too. So thank you and subscribe.
Oh, our souls are gonna die. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
That was a podcast you chose to listen to. Do you think you make good choices? Whether you do, you heard Brandon and Kendall talk about things that are cool. We're feeling enthusiastic that you can be average too.
So dumb. So dumb.